Alrighty, welcome back everyone. It is LaughNgamez here. I am back, and it is time for another Starcraft 2 AlphaStar replay cast. We have got ourselves, to be honest, the last highest tier, the last non-final AlphaStar video that we're going to be doing on this channel. So it's been a long way coming through some of the lower AlphaStar videos, and today is going to be the last one of those, so that is exciting news. For this one, we are on the map King's Cove, and in the top left, taking on AlphaStar, we have got ourselves a Grandmaster Protoss. And in the bottom right, it is the star, AlphaStar, playing Protoss. So yeah, we'll take a look. The AlphaStar probably do its 1-gate expand, but most notably right now, already scouting out his AlphaStar, making sure that there's nothing too cheeky. Yeah, that's sort of interesting. And here's another question that I've just had: how would AlphaStar approach playing a random player? I wonder if that would affect what the AI would choose to do, because I don't think the AI was trained against random agents. So how would that work? I wonder if there's anyone who queued up as random against AlphaStar and knew about it, because I'd like to get a look at that replay. Anyway, as far as the builds go, the Grandmaster player going to be going for the 2-gate play, AlphaStar going for the 1-gateway expand. No surprise there. And yeah, we'll see where the games are going to go from here. Ladies and gentlemen, seeing as how we have got ourselves, this is a good question. Okay, so hear me out on this one. There's 2 Protosses, and there's 2 S's in the word Protoss. On an S, kind of looks like 5. So 4 5s, that's 20 likes. Let's go for 20 likes on this video. There we have it. That one was a bit of a stretch, but I'm happy to stick by it. Looks like the Grandmaster player had a pylon actually queued up to AlphaStar's natural, and was like, oh, you actually have already taken your natural. That's not normal. I'm going to need to punish this. So he throws up a pylon, and is going to be trying to put some pressure on old AlphaStar. Looks like AlphaStar, yeah, just going to be saturating up its natural. The Adept is going to be shading, but then cancels the shade, as the Grandmaster player is now moving out with one of his Stalkers. He's got 2 more on the way. He decides to throw up a Robo, throws up a Gateway, so the classic proxy option against AlphaStar. And we'll see how well this is going to work out, or if AlphaStar can pull off another one of its miracle holds. Stalker moving across the map, Stalker moving across the map. AlphaStar's 2 Adepts are moving across the map. So this is going to be interesting how this works out, because the main base of the Grandmaster player is very exposed still. So he kind of needs to head off these Adepts, but it doesn't look like he's going to. The Grandmaster player is going for this big old cheesy rush, but he doesn't have the defense against Adepts showing up into his base. Like, this is a pretty big error, I feel. This one Stalker might run into those Adepts, which is an absolute must for the GM player. There we go, he sees them now. He's got another Stalker on the way out, and it is in his main base. So he'll at least have that to help try and clean these Adepts up. It looks like he's so focused on the attack, though, but now he's going to pull probes against this, try and surround these Adepts. The Adepts are already shading away. The probe's not quite getting a solid surround. The Stalkers are, however, starting to kill off some of AlphaStar's workers while this is going on. There is just the Phoenix and the 1 Adept out for now, so this is starting to get a little bit hectic as things are starting off. I mean, the probes are being pulled against the Stalkers, but then there's a big warpin for the Grandmaster player, and the Big Daddy Immortal's even going to show up. So this is actually looking really good for the GM player. Yes, he took damage back at home, but AlphaStar is losing a lot of workers and simply doesn't have the mass, I feel, to deal with this. Yeah, the GM player, he's going up the ramp. He's trying to target down the Phoenix, it looks like. The Phoenix are still alive, but so many probes of AlphaStar are going down. The Grandmaster player is warping in more Stalkers to help out. The Adept of AlphaStar seem to be a little bit undecided as to what to do. And I think AlphaStar is actually just going to be getting cheesed out in this one. Yeah. Looks like AlphaStar not able to pull off one of its miracle holds. Down to 13 workers. Probes being pulled again, but I think the Grandmaster player just had a sharp enough timing that AlphaStar didn't have really any leeway to hold on the AI Not sure what it should have done differently, but it does appear that this build can be cheesed out, and AlphaStar is going to end up falling to the Grandmaster player, as, yeah, the Phoenix can't do anything. AlphaStar is pretty much Dundies. It looks like it's going to send out one probe randomly. I'm not sure where this guy's off to, but he's not even going to make it far, as this Stalker's going to run into it. The main Nexus is killed. And wow, yeah, AlphaStar kind of just got wrecked, almost in record time, it seems, this game. Well played to the GM player, taking down AlphaStar. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, here we are into the final lower iteration of AlphaStar. Any matches from this point on, minus like maybe if we decide to do the Mana TLO ones, are going to be the cream of the crop, the final iteration of AlphaStar as the project ended. So we'll cast this last replay, and then who knows? Seeing as how humanity won the first game, there's a chance we might just get right on into another one of the matches after this with the best AlphaStar. And it's been a while since I cast one of those. Initially on the channel, I cast a bunch of the really good ones, and then I kind of stopped and started going like half and half, and mixing in some of the lower tier ones, because I mean, variety is the spice of life, and I did end up wanting to cast everything. And then I realized there was a whole whackload of them, so we were kind of just on a marathon of the lower ones there, but it ends here today. And so AlphaStar playing Terran in this final match. I think it's going to be a long one. We have got a bit of a derpy wall to start things off. It wouldn't be a lower AlphaStar without a derpy wall, but even the best AlphaStar derps with its walls at times. We have got the Diamond player, who's actually going for a gasless expand, which is pretty crazy, just for going a Reaper in a match like this. But apparently he's got the stones, and yeah, we're on Kairos Junction. Good old TVT. AlphaStar itself is actually going to be going for the double gas play, getting up a factory, and then going from there. But yeah, the Diamond player just wanted to play a macro game. I do find it pretty interesting that he decided to just go for a one gateway expand, then right into a bunker with the Marine. Yeah, I was wondering if he was going to build a second bunker here, so he doesn't have to worry about Reapers at all. This is this guy's build. He just says no Reapers. I just make bunkers, fill them with Marines. Doing this build, it seems to have delayed or got him supply blocked a little bit, seeing as how he doesn't have an extra depot on the way, but then his CC is going to finish up. So this is a really odd build, but this guy seems to have put some thought into doing this. And, alright, I'm not going to hate on it. Starts up some SCVs. Should have a factory on the way soon. All the while, AlphaStar is just playing a pretty normal game. Not having scouted out yet, the AI is unaware of what it's up against. So just making Reapers and Hellions, little does it know it's going to run into... Oh my god, he's building an eBay. I noticed that the sky wasn't turning this into a planetary fortress. Yeah, I noticed he wasn't turning this into an orbital command. But I didn't expect him to make a planetary fortress, and now it's looking like he might. Oh, did we just... Is the last game just going to be like the most turtle versus turtle mech imaginable, or just a human turtling? He starts up high-sec auto-tracking, which is pretty interesting. Oh, is this going to be one of the craziest AlphaStar games we've had? One of the final... note I'm saying final, not actual AlphaStar, but final lower-tier AlphaStar games. And, which, of course, is actually AlphaStar, but I meant to say that it's not the last of the AlphaStar replays. He hasn't turned it into a PF just yet. He's throwing up a bunch of missile turrets. Okay, so he wants high-sec auto-tracking for his missile turrets, guys. This guy is onto something. I'm just gonna take a sip of my coffee while I process this. The Diamond player, he does happen to have quite a significant economic lead with his natural base already up. The fact that he's forgone an orbital command does make me wonder quite a bit. Like, you always want to start the orbital. The energy and the money you get from dropping mules is so useful. The Diamond player has now elected to throw up 2 starports. He starts a Corvid reactor, so he's going to be going mass Ravens. Mass Turtle Ravens. Oh god, is this Ketrock? Is this Ketrock? Oh gosh. I don't know if you guys know, but there's a guy on the Starcraft 2 ladder that all he does is turtle and make Ravens. And I've played against him. And it's the worst thing ever. It's the worst thing ever to play against. But it's EU, so it shouldn't be Ketrock. I think Ketrock's NA. This is just some sort of other hero who's gonna turtle. Missile turret shoos away AlphaStar's Banshee. I guess AlphaStar probably isn't used to dealing with missile turrets that have an extra 1 range. So yeah, that Banshee's just gonna be shoot away. The Banshee's gonna try and make it by, but it's like, no, the turret actually kills the Banshee. Oh my god, this is a fantastic AlphaStar game. I'm glad I decided to start casting this one. There's another turret at the natural base, but yeah, maybe high-sec auto-tracking is the new meta. Shut down all the drops. Have to fiddle around with your units less. This turret shoos away that Banshee. I honestly don't think AlphaStar, like, does it understand the difference between a turret with range and a turret without range? Does it completely throw off its entire micro-practice? Maybe. Anyway, we've got a Raven on the way for AlphaStar, but it's a much more normal way to make Ravens, just off a normal Terran opening. Whereas we've got building armor, and we've got building armor and an armory and a 3rd CC on the way for the Diamond player. He's mining as much gas as he can. He's got his turtle natural base planetary, and he's pretty much just locked this shit down. At some point, he's going to have to start making siege tanks so he can push out. But in the meantime, he just decides to throw up a bunch of orbital commands and lifts off his command center. Where is he? What is he doing with this? Oh my god. He's lifting up a bunch of the SCVs, and he doesn't have the building armor, so he can't actually load more units into that command center. If he did, he would have been able to. But yeah, he's actually just going to float this base down, probably just plop it into a planetary right away. Because why not? Because that's what you do. That's normal. He could have just ran the SCVs around, but they wanted to travel in style. And flop goes the command center, out goes the SCVs, and there goes the PF. Turrets getting thrown up right away. At the back of the base, interestingly enough, not at the front. Okay, in come the Hellions, though. They're going to start harassing here, but I mean, the Ravens can just toss down auto turrets, shoo these guys away, and they do. Right now, AlphaStar is probably starting to heat up a little bit, like its CPU's going like, does this compute? What am I supposed to do here? What am I supposed to do? As the AI elects to throw up another starport, which is the right call to do against a meching player. But, it's not straightforward, that's for sure. We've got auto turret harassment from this player, but from AlphaStar, pardon me, but the turret actually killed off the Raven, so it really wasn't worth it. Really, probably not worth it anyway. Another base is going to be floating over, as AlphaStar is cruising around with its Raven and his Banshee looking for something to get done, but no, those turrets with high-sec auto-tracking are a little bit extra lethal. Just getting shots off on these units. The Diamond player wants to secure that base, but seeing as how he knows that AlphaStar knows, he probably doesn't want to do that. The high-sec auto-tracking is also useful for the planetary fortress. And this guy just wants to take all the bases, apparently. He's got this command center floating around, but then he's got this command center floating around. He's on 47 workers, so an R8 economy, whereas AlphaStar is just getting up extra bases. So AlphaStar is approaching the mech style the correct way. It's not just like suiciding into a bunch of siege tanks. The AI is actually doing this right, I think. With just taking the 3rd, getting up the 4th base as well. You probably want to be getting up more CCs, realistically, if you're playing against someone who's turtling this hard. Or you probably want to try and put on a light amount of pressure against these planetary fortresses, because you don't want your opponent who's meching to have more bases than you. But that could very well be the case for this game. Yeah, the PFs are just getting up. The Diamond player, he's making a Widow Mine, interestingly enough. Just making more Ravens as this goes on. He's getting vehicle plating, so his ship will be a little bit tankier. This turret shoos away those units. And right now, AlphaStar's got to be like, what do I do here? So far, AlphaStar actually has just been making Marines, but isn't actually going to be playing Bio. It's going to be playing Mech. Now, I don't know if this is just AlphaStar deciding to play Mech randomly, or if it's actually just AlphaStar being like, okay, the best way to deal with Mech is Mech. So, this is going to be a little bit crazy. A little bit crazy here. We have got a siege tank on the way. The Ravens are moving out on the map for the Diamond player. Going to be looking for some damage. AlphaStar has got a few missile turrets up, but not enough to shoo away these Ravens. And it certainly doesn't have high-sec auto-tracking. Sure, some of you guys know this, but fun fact about the turrets. There's a man in the turret until high-sec auto-tracking is researched. And then it becomes ribbits. Alright, AlphaStar moving out with its Mass Banshee play, but a few turrets shut down Banshees, so you really don't want to play Mass Banshee, AlphaStar. Mass Banshees are garbage. I mean, AlphaStar is gonna try and move in with these units, but I question whether this will work or not. The turrets are engaging, AlphaStar is derping, yeah. AlphaStar doesn't know how to handle this kind of situation. And guys, I think this is what I'd do if I ever played against AlphaStar, just turtle the ever-loving guacamole out of it. As AlphaStar right now is really unsure of what to do. If it does get all of its tanks within range of the Planetary Fortress, it definitely can break up. But look at this! Holy moly, turret ravioli spam! Yeah, that is a lot of auto turrets getting thrown down by the Diamond player. He definitely has got a macro thrown up to throw those down, but they actually didn't do too much damage. So I think that's honestly fine. That was a ton of energy burned on those Ravens, but they still got quite a bit of energy because they haven't been doing too much this entire game. Looks like a bunch of those Banshees went down as AlphaStar's having a real tough go of it, trying to make something happen with its mass Banshee play. But I do have a bad feeling if AlphaStar is just going to keep making Banshees and throw them at the enemy, as that composition is not going to work. It ain't it. Against a Terran who's got high-sec auto-tracking. In fact, high-sec auto-tracking might just be the counter to AlphaStar. It might just be. Alright, the Marines are moving out for AlphaStar, but the Marines alone definitely cannot break down this PF. Not without Stim, not without Combat Shield or +1 or +2. We have got 3 more CCs on the way for AlphaStar, so it is just macroing up. Auto turrets being used to clean up those units. AlphaStar is now going to be moving out on the map with its mass siege tanks. But auto turrets could definitely be thrown down on these. The Marines are coming around for AlphaStar. Should be able to shoo this away, but the turrets are coming in. The guy paints a nice ring around these, but yeah, not going to work out. Too much firepower for AlphaStar. Cleans up those turrets. The Diamond player just making more and more Ravens. Mass Raven is what AlphaStar is up against right now. Oh, don't do it, Marines. Don't do it. The Marines are going to do it. They're going to try and engage this PF, and that was a bad move. That's a bad move, as the PF is just going to be repaired. It's got building armor. It'll take, like, no damage. All these tanks are just going to get the bejeebus auto-turreted out of them, and, yeah, that's not very good for AlphaStar, as AlphaStar loses pretty much all of its siege tank. And, yeah, there's a few tanks left, but that was not it for AlphaStar. And the Ravens will begin regaining energy. And if we look at the resources lost right now, it's 10,000 to 1,100. This is maximum efficiency for the Diamond player. AlphaStar, though, is now starting to plan to counter Ravens and is making a bunch of Vikings, which is actually really good. The fact that the AI stopped making just mass Banshee, it's still making like a Banshee, but it's not making all the Banshees. The problem here still persists, though, for AlphaStar. If we take a look, that the Vikings are going to be cutting these up. Or, pardon me, that the Diamonds... God, I'm having a brain fart. Apparently I need to drink more coffee. Basically, that the Diamond player has got more bases than AlphaStar. Auto turrets are actually going to be dealing a lot of damage. Maybe we can kill off one of these orbital commands. The Vikings could potentially catch these Ravens, though, and that would be huge. Yeah, there goes down one Raven. If these Vikings pursue, they can definitely grab a few. Cyclone even locks onto one for good measure. There's a Widow Mine, which will kill the Cyclone, or the Vikings will push away the Ravens. AlphaStar trying to secure up another base, but the Widowmines are being a pain on multiple fronts. The Vikings gonna land to deal with this. Auto turrets the choice. 5 auto turrets for 1 Widowmine. AlphaStar, I'm not sure you're getting it, but alright. Widowmine's gonna recharge, hit some poor SCV. And yeah, the Diamond player has just got pretty much all the bases that he could possibly want. I mean, if you're turtling this hard and you're trading this well, you really don't care about having... Like, you can be down like a base or 2 in the long run. But this guy's, he's pretty much got like all of his bases -1, so yeah, he's pretty much fine. AlphaStar now going to be moving in towards this planetary fortress. The Vikings are going to land. They're going to try and target down this PF, and they very may well get this, and they do indeed. That pesky Widowmine does get taken out. The Vikings are going to need to go up into the sky. They get anti-armor missiled amidst this chaos. A bunch of auto turrets are going to get thrown down, so the Vikings are going to run away for AlphaStar, picking off a Raven or 2 in the process. But yeah, he does have to avoid all them turrets. And the Widowmine usage is a little bit scary for the Diamond player. The Diamond player even hit some of his own Ravens with that anti-armor missile, but he still comes in with all of his turrets, throwing out a lot of turrets out of his Ravens. And the AlphaStar gets his Vikings pushed away, and AlphaStar says, need more starports to deal with this. But AlphaStar is actually going to need more economy to deal with this. Like, we got to see these extra bases being taken. I know that the Widowmines are a complete pain to deal with for AlphaStar, but it does really need to get up these extra bases delay. At this point in the game, the AlphaStar pretty much should have every other base on the map. If you're playing against someone who's turtling this hard. Vikings! Eat a nasty Widowmine shot. Ouch. Oh no! Not again! The Vikings land. That actually kind of mitigates the splash damage, so that was a cool move by AlphaStar. These Widowmines are really messing up AlphaStar. As another one goes off. Auto turret's gonna be picking off another one of the AI's bases, as AlphaStar is still trading horribly. More Widowmines, it's just Raven Mine. It's just mass Ravens. And this style is just as terrible to watch as it is to play against. As it was all those years ago when Ravens were super popular in PvZ. Banshee is working away on this base, so I mean the Diamond player may lose another base, but he's getting up this one to the top right again. He's still got all these extra PFs, so I think he's doing pretty fine. Widowmine's gonna keep being a pain. The Ravens are flying out for the Diamond player, gonna run into these turrets. The turrets will shoo away one of the Ravens, but yeah, I don't know, and oh god, the Vikings run right into this, and oh, the Vikings are kind of trapped. I think they're all gonna die here. They're all gonna die here. This is a disaster. Yeah, I think AlphaStar just doesn't know how to deal with this kind of style. Like, this is just disaster after disaster. The Vikings are kind of trapped, so they're just going, they're unsure what to do. They gotta land, they figure, but the auto turrets are gonna be spammed down. And yeah, AlphaStar's just getting checked, decked, and wrecked as all these Vikings get killed off. Oh my god, that was a disaster for AlphaStar. And if I know AlphaStar, it's not gonna reassess or anything. It's not like it's gonna suddenly start making Thors or, I don't know, battle cruisers or less Banshees. I think the AI is probably just gonna keep churning out more of the same, and that's not what you can do against this kind of style like this. It can be hard to find your footing against a player who's playing like a unique style, like mech or something, but the longer the game goes on, the more time you have to figure out what his approach is to try and counter it. But AlphaStar, it doesn't learn like that. It's set in its ways, so it's not going to adjust. And I think it's just going to keep getting played by these Ravens. And I think that this Diamond player is just going to keep dragging it out, and he's in no rush to end the game, so he's just happy doing this over and over. So yeah, I think AlphaStar is going to be in a little bit of trouble, seeing as how the AI has derped out and got 5 siege tanks locked into its main base. This definitely does happen to human players, but this is quite a bit. So AlphaStar is going to need to get those out, but as this base on the right dies, AlphaStar's trying to secure up this base to the left, but yeah, this isn't looking too good for AlphaStar. More turrets getting tossed on down. Turrets cutting everything up. I am starting to fast forward a little bit, and that's namely just because AlphaStar has actually lost this game. I'm like 99% sure if the AI wins this game, I'll eat my hat. Yeah, another base goes down. This guy's just got so many Ravens. He's got 35 Ravens. He can just toss down more and more and more. And the Ravens are picking off units left, right, and center. AlphaStar has lost 34,000 resources to the 7,000 of the Diamond player. That's a lot more cost efficient. It's like oh god, I'm bad at math. 5 times more cost efficient? Yeah, 5 times more cost efficient. This guy definitely has a macro setup just to keep spamming down his auto turret. Looks like AlphaStar does have a Banshee attack on the left-hand side, but this is partially why AlphaStar hasn't been trading cost efficiently. The Banshees. I cannot tell you guys how much that I dislike Banshees. 30 have gone down this game, and they've done basically nothing. Yeah. Guy's moving around with all of his turrets once again. He's going to find this PF. Is AlphaStar going to repair it to keep it alive? The answer is yes, he will. His Vikings coming on in. I mean, the Banshees are actually helping take down the turrets, but the problem is the turrets are still good enough to get trades off, and oh, there's the Widow Mines once again. There be the Widow Mines. Oh god, big Widow Mine hit. Let's slow that down a bit. Big Widow Mine hit. The Vikings are out still for the Diamond player, but it's 20 Vikings to 32 Ravens. The Ravens gonna come on in, throw down a bunch more auto turrets. I think this is going okay. But it doesn't matter what damage AlphaStar gets done. If we take a look at the bank of the Diamond player, it's 14,600 gas to AlphaStar, who's pretty much broke. Vikings just not picking off the Ravens enough, not getting good enough trades. I do like that AlphaStar has started incorporating its own Widow Mines, which is pretty cool. But those are not going to do enough, and it didn't get the Widow Mine upgrades. It decided to build 5 more Banshees. But Banshees ain't what you want. See, the thing is about someone who's playing against Mass Raven, yes, battle cruisers can be interference matrix, but they can't really be killed off as long as you run away, because BCs have so much health, they can kind of just waddle away. And now the Diamond player's doing that thing instead of actually ending the game, which he's just going to take all the bases on the map. But the thing is, AlphaStar's an AI, so it's never going to figure it out that it really needs to leave the game until it's completely dead. And that process will take a while. Alright. So yeah, AlphaStar trying to keep the pressure on. Currently it's 45,000 resources lost to 11,000. This ain't going too good for AlphaStar. The Raven's going to bounce around again as we rinse and repeat. I don't know if I said it. Yeah, I think I did say it. Ladies and gentlemen, hit that like button. If we can get a like for every Banshee turret and I don't know, Viking that's died in this game, I think we'd break YouTube. Because hot damn, that is a lot of turrets that have been made. That is a lot of turrets that have died. How many Ravens have died? 31 Ravens have died. So the Diamond player's not being the best babysitter for his Ravens, but he's still killed off a lot more than he's lost. Ravens are flying around. They're going to find this starport in the bottom left, which I don't know how AlphaStar ended up with a starport in the bottom left, but okay. Alright. More starports are on the way for the Diamond player. I don't know why he figured he needed more. AlphaStar, I don't think, has really successfully broken a pace this game. Auto turrets hitting this PF. The PF will be repaired by AlphaStar, so it keeps that alive. Keeps its stream alive in this game. More Widow Mine hits going off. Ouch, ouch, ouch. 8 Ravens on the way at a time. The Diamond player could really make anything at this point with his bank, and he would not lose this game. Maybe not SCVs. But yeah, AlphaStar's pretty toast here, guys. And that's actually going to be a 2-0 for humanity. And that means that AlphaStar is actually going to lose the last lower tier match. And then for the next video, we'll just get into the higher tier matches. As we see AlphaStar's it's just been a constant stream of AlphaStar losing shit this game. And yeah, I don't know when the AI is going to tap out. But it's definitely dead. Human Player's Bank hasn't gotten anywhere. AlphaStar's pretty much mined out everywhere, except this base in the bottom left. Auto turrets being spammed down everywhere. Looks like AlphaStar may lose this PF. Yes, it does. AlphaStar is pretty much broke as a joke. A bunch of Widow Mines are now going to run on in for the Diamond player. The Diamond player... he's killed off everything. AlphaStar has got nothing left. Ladies and gentlemen, leave a like on this video. Subscribe to the channel if you made it this far. If you made it this far in the video, I'm honestly amazed. Good job. Give yourself a pat on the back for that. Join the Discord. I think I said that already. Yeah, and consider becoming a member if you do want to support the channel. There is more AlphaStar to come, so stay tuned.